Today we're in the hustling and bustling capital of Vietnam, Hanoi. We only have about 12 hours in this beautiful city to explore, so today we're gonna go hard. We're gonna explore Old Town, we're gonna explore the French Quarter, we're going to try street food, we're gonna go to a night market, we're gonna see and do as much as we possibly can in this chaotic city in the next 12 hours.
I'm just walking around with the biggest smile on my face, and I don't want to be Hanoiing, but I'm about ready to move here. Is that Hanoiing? Does that Hanoi you? It's a good one, right? Courtesy of my sister.
That's a deleted scene. We're not putting that in there. Like most people that have not extensively studied the countries or cultures of Southeast Asia, I had a very limited and still have a very limited understanding of Vietnam before coming here. But I think it's safe to say this is not what we expected.
Absolutely not what we expected.
Judging by the size of the streets, the width of the streets rather, I think we've made it into the French Quarter.
Yes.
Which makes this city very unique compared to Bangkok and Chiang Mai and other cities probably throughout Southeast Asia, in that Vietnam was controlled by France for a number of years, so there's a heavy French influence here, which I think just makes it feel that much more unique. How are you feeling?
I am stoked, you guys. I think after being in Bangkok and Chiang Mai recently, not very many people were walking around. I feel like the city both of those cities sort of lacked a little something special to us. I think just the sheer lack of pedestrians and music and sort of like a very festive and lively atmosphere. I feel like we didn't really find that in Bangkok or Chiang Mai. Getting out of the taxi last night in Hanoi, this is our jam. This is our jam, and I love it here. How much are they?
How many? 80 for all. Vietnam đồng.
80 for one of each?
For all.
80.
Oh, three?
80,000? No, we don't need that many.
No. Can we just have, how much for one chocolate?
Vietnam là. Thôi ok 70. Thì Vietnam là for all.
70 to what?
Đây nha. 3 chocolate. 3 sweet.
Like we don't have a choice.
3 banana.
I don't know what we just ordered, but the thing is I did not order these. I feel like these were just given to me. Lo nan? I believe it's like, they look like donut holes. We are sweating our guts out. And the truth is I don't want anything sweet right now, but we got them whether we wanted it or not. Chocolate, glazed, sesame seed, and banana. I'm gonna resell these to someone else. There's something inside. Also, that's not chocolate at all. Ooh. I think that's bean paste.
How can he fall asleep like that?
It's so hot.
Interesting observation that we've had thus far is that it seemed like in our time in Thailand, people seem very shy, very reserved, extremely friendly, extremely helpful, but reserved.
Yes.
Reserved. People here in Vietnam, again, we've only been here for 6 hours. We basically slept and woke up, and here we are. They do not seem shy at all. They seem very friendly, very smiley. It's similar to the Thais in that aspect, but way more outgoing.
Yes, yes. It makes us feel like really welcome here, or it feels like the way people are treating us is that like we're their long lost best friends. And that feels nice.
And maybe they happen to be selling some donut things.
Yeah.
Fun fact about Hanoi, Hanoi actually translates in English to City of Motorbikes. Now you know. Also, Look how shiny my shoulder is. I'm sweating like a pig out here.
I didn't know that's what Hanoi meant. I wish you guys could have seen literally my jaw dropped. It's accurately named.
You know it's not, right?
Oh, wait, really?
Really, it
Oh
does
my
not
God.
translate.
Why do you do this?
Just
I thought you were being serious. Oh boy.
we have gone from the wide French streets, French avenues really, to very tiny alleyways in which scooterists almost run you over. Well, we're not sitting on little tiny stools. We're gonna save that for tonight. But we did pick the busiest restaurant that we could find, though it has cleared out a little bit since we got here. I've got pho. I hope I'm getting that somewhat close. It's basically beef soup. Hillary got.
I got rice, and it looks different than any other fried rice I've gotten. Huge chunks of tofu, but my favorite part is it's chopped with what I believe are crispy onions. It could be crispy onions, it could be dried shrimp. Not sure yet, but I'm here for it.
Still working on my chopstick skills. For anybody that's been following our Southeast Asia adventures. How much do you put on there? That seems like too much. First bite's good. This chili sauce is on the table. I don't know if this normally goes with pho. After spending a brief time in Thailand, I feel like everything I eat should be excruciatingly spicy.
You mean you fought like? I feel like
The soup, it's just essentially a broth with delicious beef, delicious noodles, very good. I'm gonna ask if you put this in here or not. I feel like it needs a little bit more something. Let's try it. You put this, does this go in here?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Is it very spicy?
Yeah.
It's very spicy.
Very
Just a little.
spicy. Yeah.
Okay, this is very spicy. Okay, that wasn't too spicy. Let's put that amount. It's good. A little too much salsa. 100,000 for that meal.
I've never paid 100,000 for a meal.
We've never paid 100,000 for anything.
Is this what the lifestyle of the rich and the famous is like?
If it is, I like it.
Yeah.
This is nice. That was about $4 US for that.
That's like one of the better meals, in my opinion, that I've had.
You struggled with the spice in Thailand.
Oh my gosh, you're right. You're right. But I will say, Hanoi is extremely hard on my toes. And I know that sounds interesting,
What?
but every time a scooter comes and honks,
Your toes are like.
my toes are like retract. I feel like a turtle. I'm trying to tuck my toes back. And I've had a lot of toe cramps today, but the scooters get it feels like within inches of my little piggies. So
A scooter is nothing compared to what we're about to see.
I know. My toes are mentally preparing.
In just a few minutes, a train is going to come barreling down these train tracks just within like half a meter or so between restaurants and homes and businesses. I don't even know what to think about that. I saw a sign that said dangerous area, and we read that all of the locals scurry inside, make sure their kids are inside, make sure they have all of their tables and any belongings back inside. So yeah, let's stand close to a train track and take pictures. Who decided that was a great tourist opportunity?
Oh, I see the yellow warning line. You're supposed to say behind the warning yellow line. We'll show you guys where it is, but I don't know, after the pho and the fried rice, I'm hoping I can like suck in enough and plaster myself to the side of the wall.
You're worried. Have you seen my feet? This yellow line here depicts the safety line. Is it a safety line or a danger line? The do not cross this line. But there's plenty of stuff on the other side of this. Many humans and also a scooter. My question is, are people going to come and move this scooter and their household belongings? Like how much margin of error does the safety line have or not have? I've got size 14 feet, and there's not a lot of space for them to stand, and I can't like do a ballet pose.
You're doomed. You forgot. You forgot.
Did you make some friends?
I'm a kid magnet. I love it. I love it. They just, I feel like we share the same mind. I feel like you started to move our table back, so keep your legs back for real. The whistle's been blown. The Instagrammers have moved off the tracks. I feel like it's
Oh, here comes.
Not 10 seconds and it's like nothing ever happened. You can hear music again, you can hear people drinking, the Instagrammers are back on the tracks. This is wild.
A torrential downpour this afternoon kind of slowed us down a little bit, but tonight we will not be stopped. We are on our way to a night market and street food area. Maybe with this guy.
How much? 150. You got a deal. Got it.
All right, we are on basically a bicycle version of a tuk-tuk.
This guy is really earning his money. I think we're paying double because
I weigh double.
his Craig weighs double.
This is definitely a very walkable distance to the market.
But we saw these things earlier.
We've seen these things all day and thought it'd be cool, and you know what?
It's pretty cool.
So this night market starts at 7 o'clock, but now I think the streets close at 7 o'clock. The streets close to cars rather at 7 o'clock and allow the businesses to begin setting up because it's just past 7. Everybody's still setting up, so I think that would give us just enough time to find some food and then
Shop.
peruse through the different stalls, of which apparently is going to have a little bit of everything.
You're never gonna be able to sit.
We found the busiest place that we could possibly find with the smallest stools that we could find. I believe we have pho. What happened was we came in and then whomever is working in the kitchen said like 2, and I said yeah, 2. Meaning I thought she meant like 2 people, and she meant like, oh, do you want 2 of what we make? So we got 2 of, I think it's chicken pho, which is great. This is awesome. That's good. Dare I say better than lunch. I think this one definitely tastes like the broth is more, well, I guess the one at lunch was beef. This one, the broth has a lot better flavor, I think, because it was cooked in the chicken, or rather the chicken was cooked in it. Such an awesome experience to have street food here in Vietnam, to sit on the tiny little chairs. I think sitting on the tiny chairs, whether it's pho or any other typical Vietnamese dish, has to be on your Vietnam bucket list. It's interesting for us, our main street food experience is extensively in Mexico. And although this is street food, it is very different than how they do street food in Mexico. It's like here they just kind of have, the kitchen is just right there on the street with the same size tables. Everything just like came out from a random little alleyway. It looks completely different than maybe like a taco stand in Mexico. Speaking of bucket lists and speaking of street food, trying street food in 50 different countries is on our official bucket list, and it feels amazing to have ticked off one more country. We have not many. We only have Mexico, we've done Germany, we've done Switzerland, we've done Austria. Although Germany, Switzerland, Austria, street food is kind of a tough one there, so we're gonna go traditional food. Germany, Switzerland, Austria, Mexico, Thailand. How many am I at? And now Vietnam. So as you can see, we have a long ways to go, but incredibly special to do it here in Vietnam. Actually, in fact, the reason we picked 50 was I'd started writing down particular countries like Thailand, Vietnam, Japan, and then we just decided, okay, I'm gonna write out way too many countries. So we came up with the number of 50 because that seemed doable yet difficult. But if you know us, you know a little bit of soup and some noodles isn't quite gonna fill us up. So we have some more to do. Actually, we found the secret ingredient to what made the caldo, the broth, so delicious. Do you want to share what it was?
Chicken heads.
Chicken heads. The whole container of boiling broth, nothing but chicken heads.
It's true. We're wandering around the streets. We turned a corner into all this behind us. We were like, we got to go that way. Where does it end? We'll find out together.
Maybe later.
We found the young people, and it's too loud for us.
We weren't sure where the end of the street went. This is where it ends. Wow. Is it always like this?
There's so many young people. My heart is pounding. Or is that the base? Thank you. Cheers. I don't even like beer, but if I'm being honest, it's so refreshing because it is so dang hot here.
Hanoi, Vietnam is nothing short of amazing. It feels so incredibly special to be here. You know, I think with 24/7 news and Facebook and social media and just news being shoved down our throats at all times, it's really easy to think that the world is a big, scary place. And while there are definitely some bad things going on in the world, I think coming here to Vietnam, I thought about the fact that my grandfather also came to Vietnam. He came to Vietnam for very different reasons. Now, I, just 2 generations later, am here as a tourist, making these videos, sharing stories of our travels in Vietnam. So I think to me, that says that maybe we're making a little bit of progress. I can hope. You know, unfortunately, the little bit of information most of us know, most Americans at least know about Vietnam is through either historical references to the Vietnam War or movies about the Vietnam War, a la Forrest Gump. That's where most of my prior knowledge comes about Vietnam from, unfortunately. But to be here, experiencing it firsthand, it's, I don't know, it feels much, I'm really thinking that it feels similar to Mexico. Mexico is, you only see the negative about it. I feel like Vietnam is somewhat similar in that we have not been exposed to what Vietnam really is. Hopefully through these videos we are changing that bit by bit. We cannot wait for the next adventure. We cannot wait for more time here in this beautiful country. These walking sidewalks, they're meant to, moving sidewalks, they're meant to be walked on, right? There's 2 types of people in this world. People that get on there and stand and people that get on there and walk. I'm not saying one's wrong. Actually, yeah, I am. I am saying one's wrong.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Walking? This is right. Am I way off on this?
I don't get people who stand still on moving sidewalks. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. That's the truth. Or maybe I'm just tired. That lady, don't trust her.
Okay. We're getting delirious.